Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast, another guest episode.
Yeah, welcome back to I'm Working Late.
Who
have we got today?
Today we have Clinical Negligence Associate Solicitor of the Year, Becca Horley. Welcome, Becca.
Hello,
welcome to the podcast. Are you working late?
No, but I'm networking late.
There's a new one.
There's a new one. Okay, so we're thrilled to have you on the pod today, aren't we, Macy?
We are.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Pleasure as always.
Yeah. We're actually kind of coordinating today.
Yeah,
we're pink and burgundy.
I love it.
Which is really rogue, actually, because I never wear pink.
No, we
And my
don't.
nails are red, so it's clashing. I've been at work today, like typing, looking down, thinking,
We are actually all really colour coordinated. My nails are like a burgundy.
Yeah,
my
nails
trousers are the same colour as
burgundy.
your outfit,
I love it.
Becca.
Great, we all got the memo. So today we're going to be talking a bit about, well, lots of different things really. Mainly sort of self-advocacy, style.
Definitely style.
And lots of bits and pieces like that. So first question I want to ask you, Becca, is you've become known for championing professional empowerment through fashion and wellness. What sparked that mission? So what made you sort of think, yeah, that's what I want to do?
I think because I made sort of a conscious decision a couple of years ago to really, I guess, just enjoy life more. And I found that wearing clothes that I loved, outfits that I loved, started the day for me like in a much better way. And then I was more confident, and then just everything then throughout the day would go better. And I thought as well, if I can feel confident, if I get better opportunities and sort of a better career through just wearing clothes that I love, why wouldn't I want to share that with everyone, really?
Do you have like set pieces of items that you are like drawn towards?
So I have a red suit, which is like my power suit.
I know Holly's relating to that one. Holly's got one of them.
I have a red power suit.
So I definitely wear that when I want to feel like sort of my most confident. And then I have a green dress that I've worn to a couple of different award ceremonies, including the Solicitor of the Year one. So that's kind of like a sentimental dress, I'd say. It's like my wedding dress, but my career wedding dress. That's how I describe it.
I love that. I love that. That's so great.
Yeah. So you're quite an advocate on LinkedIn with fashion as well. How do you use fashion as a tool? I know you've just briefly touched on it, but as for confidence and credibility in the workplace. I mean, there seems to be quite strict rules, I think, with fashion in the workplace. And obviously our industry is quite reserved, I would say. Yeah. So I think a lot of the choices that we're making as a younger generation seem quite bold. So, you know, what do you think the rules are, and how do you use fashion as a tool, to help you in the workplace?
I feel like I don't follow the rules.
No.
So I'm kind of on this mission to change what the legal profession looks like.
Okay.
I want people to feel sort of authentically themselves. And for me, that sort of comes out through fashion.
Yeah.
But sort of being authentically yourself might come out in other ways for other people, whether that's, you know, hairstyles, the way they present themselves. It could be anything. But I remember when I was training, I did some work experience in a barrister's chambers, and I was wearing sort of like it was a purple top with a black blazer and black trousers. I remember thinking, like, this doesn't feel like me at all. And then this barrister said to me, "Oh, why are you wearing that purple top?" And I was thinking, "Oh, this is pretty reserved for me, to be fair."
This is really subtle, actually.
I was like, this was actually me just like trying to put myself into a box. And then I thought, you know what? Like, the more I've grown in confidence, the more experience I've got, and the more qualified I've got, I thought, well, actually I do a really good job, and when I'm wearing the clothes that make me feel my best.
Yeah.
So actually other people's opinions I don't really listen to anymore.
So you think there was like a correlation between performance?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It's
a
think
real
so
confidence thing. And I think, you know, when you love fashion and you love clothes, like if you're going to your best friend's birthday party, if you wore an outfit you didn't like, you'd have a bad time.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'd have a bad day at work if I was wearing clothes I didn't like. So that's how I would describe it.
I feel like it is a thing though, like when you have a bad hair day, it feels like your day's ruined.
Oh, for
you know,
sure.
you feel
2
it.
days.
Yeah, 2 days, the whole week actually. Write it all off. Let's just restart.
I mean, they don't call it bad hair day for nothing, you know?
Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true.
With that, obviously you've kind of just touched on one there. Have you faced any challenges or backlash from, you know, maybe not conforming to style norms?
I think I often get comments on, where are you going like as in terms of like, oh, what's the special occasion
Why
today?
are you so dressed up?
Yeah, and I just say, well, that's how I live. Sorry, like that's how
Every
I
day's
enjoy
a party.
being.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, my work colleagues are great because they love it. Like I think they're used to it now,
Yeah.
and so when I come in, you know, in big dresses and skirts and high heels. It's kind of, I guess, it's my personal brand, and because that's brought me so many opportunities, I think people are actually clocking on to the fact that, oh, so if you are yourself, if you are different, if you're known for your own personal brand, then that's actually something to be celebrated instead of comments. But yeah, I just say, like, life's the special occasion, so
Yeah, completely.
wear the heels, wear the sparkly shoes, you know, all of those things, just do it.
Yeah, do it. I agree.
I agree as well, yeah. We're saying the same thing then over and over again.
Board approved.
Board, I agree. Yeah. Consensus agrees. Industry, there's a lot of like diversification. Is that the right term?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we celebrate diversity. Do you think fashion comes into that, or do you think there's still those rules and restrictions when it comes to fashion in law?
I think definitely allowing people to dress how they feel most comfortable definitely celebrates that, for sure. I think a lot of people as well, you know, whether it's their culture, heritage, a lot of, you know, fashion has a lot of history to it as well. And I think that being able to be free with what you wear is actually really important. And I don't think that should ever be criticised at all.
No.
How would you advise finding like your corporate style? Like if I'm starting my job, my first ever job, how would I, you know, I don't know what to wear. How would I find that sort of style?
What are the first steps that you take to find your corporate style?
That's a good one. I think I always loved suits. So I always used to love Donna, what Donna used to wear, and be like, yeah, I love those outfits, and Jessica as well. But I think it's just like looking at what you like wearing outside of work and then using those colours or shapes and then having those in your workwear wardrobe. But a lot of companies now will do dress for your day. So you're basically, you know, a lot of the wardrobe will be transitional, whether it's weekend or for work. And I love the clothes that I wear to work, because I wouldn't have a specific workwear wardrobe that I wouldn't like wearing elsewhere, because otherwise I wouldn't like it. Do you know what I mean? So I always wear things all the time, regardless of the occasion.
So you cross over, you'd wear some work pieces out.
See, I think I struggle with that, because I think I like to keep it separate. But then there's that struggle of, I don't feel like myself at work, because I wouldn't wear this outside of work. So is there like a fine line? You know, would I go to the club in a blazer?
The club.
Yeah. The club.
Well, I don't go to the clubs.
Neither do we. Not anymore.
Well, like, you mean the health club? But
MK.
The wellness club. MK.
Oh gosh. So you started out as a trainee at Shoesmiths. You're now an associate at Fletcher's. Congratulations on that, by the way. I know that's quite a recent move, isn't it? To Fletcher's. You also won Solicitor of the Year, and now you've been shortlisted for BYP. Is that right?
GBYPY.
Can I just say?
It's in my prompt as BYP. That's what I said.
Call it what you want.
Sabotage.
Becca is nominated for a very good, shortlisted for a finalist for a very good award. All three of those there. She was nominated,
all three stages,
shortlisted, and now she's a finalist. And I find it really hard to say. It's shortened like little acronym. So
it's a long
everyone
acronym.
finds it hard to say. It's not just you.
So that's why we're laughing. Sorry.
No, it's fine. But with all of that, how did you spot and seize these opportunities for progression? Because I do think your progression starts as a trainee, especially in this industry. You have to like go for it. So what was it like?
I think for me, it's basically that advocating for yourself piece. And I think that if you don't say it, if you don't apply for it, people won't know it, you won't win it. That's as simple as it is. And so with Young Professional of the Year, I was actually shortlisted last year. So I was a finalist in 2024. And I went through the interview process. And I remember thinking, oh, I haven't done a very good job today. Like, I was answering the questions, and I knew in my mind what I wanted to say, but I hadn't learned the skill of articulating in a storytelling way. Because I think when you're in an interview for an awards style situation, you need to have the judges gripped, and they need to understand your passion. Why do you care about these things? And I'd sort of gone in, and I didn't really, I'd actually just recently dyed my hair nearly orange, and I was sat there and I was like, Oh, it was actually just the worst. And I'd run my first ever half marathon the day before.
Oh, wow.
So my legs were knackered. I had orange hair, and I didn't wear the red power suit. That was where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was wearing a dress that I liked, but
It wasn't the red
I remember
powder.
sitting there, and I remember coming out of the interview just being like, you didn't sell yourself. And I think that was the biggest thing that I learned. So that was in October 24, and then my Solicitor of the Year interview was in January of 25. And I think in that time I just had this sort of realization of, I want the opportunities from these awards because they really open doors that other things won't. So if I want it, I've got to show them that I want it. So I think advocating for yourself is basically just making sure that you articulate things, and even things that seem obvious, it's not obvious to someone who doesn't know you. So you say the obvious things, because that's often what paints the picture of what you actually want to say.
Yeah. So with navigating self-advocacy, like if I'm a trainee or I'm a junior, what's your tips for sort of starting to self-advocate for yourself? How do we navigate that?
So I think it starts with a record of everything. So I've got a spreadsheet, and I call it, this one's called 2025 Slaying. And it's saved to my...
I love that.
So it's saved to my folder. And basically everything I do, everything that either has a press release or, for example, a podcast or anything that does particularly well on LinkedIn, it's all in my spreadsheet. And then I have a section afterwards which says the impact or the like sort of outcome of that event or people that I've met or opportunities that have come from it. And so I am that annoying person in my one-to-one that's like, so I've got the spreadsheet and I'm just going to set out the facts for you. But otherwise, if you actually go back 6 months, you think, what have I done in the last 6 months? It's really hard to just reel that off the top of your head. So preparation is key, because if you have it all written down, then you just come for it. So whether it's applying for an awards, whether it's applying for a promotion, training contract, whatever it is, if you've got literally an ongoing diary of all the things you've done, it's so much easier. And so I would say basically just prepare to succeed by writing it down.
Okay.
And it's as simple as that.
A slay sheet.
A slay sheet, not a spreadsheet.
No.
A slay sheet.
No, that's literally what it is. And I also as well, the table's in pink.
Oh my god,
I love
you
it.
could sell these.
Is your
No,
outlook in pink?
actually will.
Yeah, you should.
If you want a slay sheet.
Is your outlook in pink?
No, why can I do that?
Yeah. No, mine is pink. Yeah,
Mine's pink as well.
very on theme for today.
Why is yours not pink?
I will do that tomorrow.
I really expected it to be like, yeah, mine's tailored, mine's
Dear,
also.
it makes me look like I'm literally 94.
My chrome is also pink.
I don't know how to do
I'm
that.
doing that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Easy.
know how to do that.
You
Can
don't
I
need to
just
sell me on that.
ask what the interview for Solicitor of the Year was like? Because
Yeah,
I can
of
imagine
course.
that's a little bit different from a job interview.
Oh, for sure.
Like, what sort of questions did you get asked in that? Was it basically tell me about yourself, advocate for yourself in that?
Yeah,
or?
so they basically want to know what you're excited about.
Right.
And there's an application form that you do beforehand, and that sort of sets out, what you do for the business, what you do for the Birmingham community, whether you do any mentoring or charity work. And they basically just go through questions on how, what skills and what experiences you've had or what you've contributed to that fall into those categories. But it's actually a really nice experience, because you're like, oh, I'm actually really proud of all these things.
Yeah.
And there's no pressure, because it's not like you don't get the job. I mean, obviously if you really want to win, then it's lovely to win, but being a finalist in a category of really high caliber candidates and lawyers all across Birmingham is such a compliment anyway. And you get interviewed by senior leaders across the UK, so they don't have Birmingham based leaders, because it's meant to be sort of no conflict. And so you get introduced to incredible people, and you just have a conversation with them. And I ended up talking so much that mine overran, and they were like, Becca, we really do have to stop now. And I was like, oh, I've actually got one more thing to say.
I did that exact same thing in my TC interview.
Yeah.
And he was like, we've got to wrap this up, like I've got somewhere to be. And I was like, wait, I've just got one more thing that I want to add to that question. And it works. So it does work.
But yeah, it wasn't a scary I was nervous beforehand because I cared, but it wasn't scary in terms of the actual interview. It was just like a conversation, and it was actually a really nice experience. It's basically like a career therapy session, because you get to share all the things you've done, and you get to be proud of it, which is really nice.
I've just realised I've had my lanyard on this entire time. Sorry about that, everyone. It's a good job my photo's like not on it, because it's the worst photo as well. Sorry about that, guys. That's the reality of it.
She does have
Literally
a job.
Straight up.
Lanyard removed.
I do work. Sorry, that wasn't part of the outfit. It wasn't like a chain.
Imagine it was an accessory.
You do you.
I was expressing myself. It was a necklace.
Now you're free.
I'm free now. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the pod. So how and why did you choose to specialise into medical negligence? Because I think you start out in your career thinking, I want to qualify here, but then after you've done a TC and you've gone all in the different seats, it might change. Was it something that you wanted to do from the very beginning, or did that change, and like what kind of drove you to choosing medical negligence?
Yeah, so I studied the LPC at the time at the University of Law in Birmingham, and two of my colleagues who I actually now work with did this fascinating presentation on all the work they'd done, and that it was really high profile litigation. They'd helped hundreds of women and families across Birmingham and wider West Midlands region, and I remember thinking, I want to work with women that advocate for women and also actually have a job that really does have a sort of a tangible outcome where that you've helped someone. And so I listened to their talk, and then I applied to Shoesmiths because at the time they had medical negligence as one of the seats, and so I wanted to try other areas that are a bit more corporate. So I tried restructuring, I also did employment and regulatory as well, and then my fourth seat was medical negligence. And from then I basically got involved with the cases. They also gave me a lot of responsibility early on as well, not in a way that was too much, but just in a way that they really got me involved. And I think sometimes as a trainee you can feel almost on the sidelines, just assisting people. And to really learn, you have to be sort of in the deep end. And I found that the team that I was working with, because it's such sort of sensitive case as well, the people you work with are empathetic, and so that generally makes people really nice to work with. And so whatever you've got going on in your life, they're also supportive of that, in addition to the fact that you're learning. And I just love learning about medicine. I love learning about the law. I love learning about my clients' lives. You're literally their lawyer best friend. They tell you everything. You get to find out all about their secrets, and I love it. Yeah, no, literally they'll email me you'll never guess what happened yesterday. I'm like, go on.
Tell me more.
Elaborate.
And you become a support for them, and yes, that is quite a responsibility in terms of it can be a bit emotionally draining sometimes, because it's really sad, some of the stories that we have. But I think I just connected with it, and I thought, what, my skill set really link with that area of law. And also as well, I actually studied law, biology and psychology at A-level. And all of those three subjects I now actually use within my job. So
that's so interesting.
So naturally, where my interests were already sort of decided, I guess, for me.
What did you do at A-level, Holly?
I did law, business. I actually did health and social.
Oh, yeah.
But it was slightly different. But then I suppose that I work at the moment a firm that's very big on the health sector. So
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe that's it. What about you?
Maybe that's why.
I did English language and double business.
Oh, double business.
I was a double business girl.
And you work at a firm that's heavy on the business.
Yeah, heavy on banking.
It's written in the stars.
Is it manifestation? Potentially.
Maybe.
Oh, I love a bit of manifestation.
Yeah.
I've got a vision board in my hallway that's got loads of bright pink things on it, and the things that I want to happen in the next year are written on there.
It's me and Macy.
We're the bright pink.
We are the bright pink.
That's our new nickname.
So, just slightly off tangent. Is that something that you sort of go by, your vision boards? Do you think you have had something on a vision board and you can say, yeah, I achieved that and it was on the board?
For sure. So I have it in the hallway, which is where I walk past every day to come in and out of my flat. And so I wrote on there in January, so I winner, Solicitor of the Year winner. I wrote some holidays that I really wanted to go on. So I really wanted to go to Lisbon with my sisters. So I put it on there, made it happen. And there's nothing more, like ticking off a good to-do list, there's nothing more satisfying than doing the things you said you were going to do. And I think as well, you have to believe that you can do these things. Otherwise you can't convince, with awards, you can't convince the judges that you're worthy of winning if you don't believe it yourself. Because if you go, oh, I think I'm really good at this, and you sort of, whereas if you're I'm really passionate about this, I love this, work that I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it, this is the change that I want to make, that is what they want to hear. Manifest everything, even if it feels really sort of oh, I don't know if I've got the audacity for this one, put it on there.
That was outrage. Do it.
Exactly. It's honestly the best thing I've ever done. I've got a few things on there that haven't happened yet, but watch this space.
Oh, but they will, because they're on the board.
We need confirmation when they happen.
I'll let you know.
Episode 20, Becca has confirmed.
Becca's back.
Becca's back to tell us what she achieved from the board.
We've had quite a few people like speak about vision boards, haven't we?
We have actually, yeah.
Seems to be a common theme with like successful people.
Yeah, no, I think they're a good thing.
It's basically make a vision board.
Make a vision board. Yeah. To touch on what you said slightly earlier, just going back, we know that you've worked on a lot of like high profile cases and things that are pretty harrowing in aspects. How do you deal with that emotionally? Like, how do you separate these things?
I spend a lot of time I guess like starting the day with something for me. So whether that's like spending 20 minutes like curling my hair and feeling nice, or doing a yoga class, or going for a run, like I always make sure that the start of the day is for me, so that I don't wake up and just like directly think about it. So I've got a work phone that I can check my emails on, but I would try not to do that for the first hour of the day, because I think it's really easy when you wake up to be like, oh, has anything come in? But if you start that habit, then you'll always have that habit. So I think it's breaking the cycle of being like, look, the first hour of the day is either me getting ready or me going to the gym. Then you feel good about the day. And you know, sometimes like there have been times where I've genuinely welled up like talking to a client, but that shows that I've got empathy, and you know, I'm trying to show that lawyers can be empathetic and do a really good job, and this type of area of law as well needs empathetic lawyers. That's really important, because a lot of my clients have lost their independence and lost faith or trust within medical professionals, and so actually you have to build up trust with them. And if you're just sat there, you know, poker face on, no emotions, you're not going to get anywhere. So I think feeling those emotions is what drives you as well to want to advocate for them too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that leads on quite nicely into my topic, which was
You're welcome.
wellness. Thank you. It's like she knew. It's like she knew. Just touching on wellness, I know you briefly said you start the day by it being for you, but is there anything you do at work for wellness? Like, how do you deal with wellness at work? Do you people say like, oh, take breaks or whatnot, but that's very difficult to do, I think, in our industry and with the work.
Yeah, for sure. So I always take food that I love.
Okay.
So that's something I have a recipe for, so it's baked oats with dark chocolate, with Biscoff, and then strawberries and kiwi.
Ooh.
And I have that every day at work, and it's like a warm breakfast that I have.
Love that.
And that's always like, it's like a little pudding, but for like, it's, you know,
It's a sweet treat.
yeah, but a sweet treat. But you know, that's how I start the day, with the breakfast that I really like. And then I always make sure, basically, hangry plus busy isn't a vibe.
Yeah.
So
No.
so I make sure that I always take food with me. And so I actually find that sometimes I'd rather power through instead of having loads and loads of breaks, because I've got other stuff that I want to be doing. So whether it's networking events or other opportunities that I sort of, you know, add in, because I've had some really exciting things happen this year, and to make time for them, sometimes I just have to do 2 blocks of like 3 hours, really crack on with my work to hit my sort of chargeable time targets, and then leave. And so ideally we'd all go for an hour walk at lunchtime and just go look at the sky and, you know, all of that stuff. But I think a realistic way of looking after your wellness is maybe go for a 5-10 minute walk, but then have food that you actually like eating. Like I think as well, just being prepared. A lot of the time my stress is because I don't know what's happening next. So if I've planned out my day and I've literally written a schedule of what I'm doing when and what I'm going to eat, then actually the day goes much better.
So for you, like, staying organised is your self-care at work, essentially.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it frees up time. So then that is that wellness piece, because you've actually gained probably an hour. I'd actually say, so, you know, like sometimes you've got 10-20 things to do, but you don't know where to start and you don't know what the priority is.
Yeah.
Prioritize it, write it down. Have 3 non-negotiable things that you have to do that day, get those done, then your brain feels like you've achieved something. And then I have the sort of should do, would do, you know, some things that can be done.
Might do.
Yeah.
Won't do.
But I think it honestly, like, that mental load being freed up, that is the wellness thing. I think it's less stress.
Yeah. And I do think, like you said, it would be great if we could all go for an hour's walk on lunch, but you don't always get an hour's lunch either, because of how busy you are. So it's not a possibility. So I do think you have to look into different aspects of your day to figure out, what can I do here to make it easier on myself. For sure. And I think as well, like, going outside, even if it's for 10-15 minutes, is better than not going at all. But I think when you're either doing a training contract or you're in a paralegal role, it's quite difficult because your workload usually is dictated by someone else. So if you're doing delegated work and there's a timeline on that, so
I think that's the thing as well. It gets better when you become an associate, because I manage my full caseload and then I delegate down, but it means I don't have I make my own deadlines, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that is challenging at the start of your career for sure, because you're basically working someone else's time frame.
Yeah.
But the more you manage expectations for them, the easier that is to balance. But write it down, make a list.
Lists are great. I have
Make a
like
list.
multiple lists. Like I have a physical list, and then an Outlook list. Maybe too many.
You're
lists.
a type A person, aren't you?
I'm a type
I'm
A.
the same.
I'm a type AA.
I'm
an AA battery.
I think I'm a type B, is what I've realised from being friends with Holly. Like you, Holly,
That's so interesting.
Holly and I thought I was a type A because I'm like very open about it. I've struggled with OCD for a while, so naturally you would think she's type A, like everything has to be done, but no.
Maybe a misconception of OCD.
It didn't get me like that, unfortunately. But being friends with Holly, it's made me realise, like, I think a lot of the tasks, I'm like, calm down, it's fine. And Holly's like, no, it needs to be planned now. And I'm like, but it's okay, it's chill. And I've realised that, especially with the pod. Yeah,
I have a tendency to, like, when something comes into my head, I'm like, gotta do it.
Yeah,
I can't put it down. Like, I have to feel like,
and
I
I'm
have
like,
to do
it's
that.
fine.
Yeah, so I think that's been interesting for both me and you,
I
being
think
type A, type B.
It's been a good dynamic to have, though, because imagine if we were both type A and we were like, this needs to be done, I think it would get too much. Whereas having that balance between us and me being like, no, actually, Holly, you can rest. Like, it's fine. You can rest right now. Like, the other day I was like, we'll deal with things one thing at a time. We had everything happen at once. And I was like, we can deal with this when this other thing's sorted. Like, it's okay. It's not urgent.
It's like a therapy session.
No, it is.
That leads me nicely onto bit of a more chill quick fire questions. Are you ready, Becca?
Opinions on Monsieur.
Opinions on Monsieur.
No, that's not
Go, no.
I'm not gonna ask that. We
Bit more
are
like-
commercially aware.
We are commercially aware, let me tell you. Okay. One fashion item that makes you feel unstoppable.
The red power
The
suit.
red power
For
suit.
sure,
The
yeah.
red power
Can I
suit.
go? Can I have a quick fire?
Go on.
One fashion regret from any
Ooh.
aspect of your life.
I think bad shoes.
Okay.
Because I think having shoes elevates an outfit, and I think if you've got tight, like just black tights with any color outfit. So today I've got purple tights on because I've got a purple outfit. Elevates the look.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Not always black tights.
No.
Black tights, get out.
Throw them away. Never
Black
black
tights,
tights,
girl.
actually.
Yeah.
I have a pair of tights that are like a maroon colour. I bought them, I think 2 years ago. It was my first outing into the coloured tights era. And I loved it. It was great.
I think they just, I think tights or socks that match with the outfit. So if you've got like a trouser that's, even if it's slightly cropped and you can see even a little bit of the sock, have that. So if you've got a navy trouser, navy sock, it just looks so much
Instead
more
of a white
seamless.
So
sock
put
or
together,
black sock,
yeah.
No, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you own Crocs? Or do you own Crocs?
I don't have any Crocs.
Uh-huh.
No.
Do you want any Crocs?
Do you want any Crocs?
Have you got some?
I'm
What's
not
your
telling
opinion
you.
on Crocs?
I would happily have. I see Crocs as like taking the bins out or going to big Tesco.
Yeah.
Correct.
In
In
Do
my
you own
opinion.
Crocs,
I,
I do.
and I would like bright pink ones with like the little flower clips on. I think I could.
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. Because
I do have pink.
I've got like a
Have you got
baby pink
clips?
tracksuit that I wear.
Oh, I love that.
You know, when I'm undercover, not solicitor.
When I'm out doing the sweet treat run. Big Tesco.
Big Tesco.
I love Big Tesco.
Oh, me too.
Big Tesco. Oh my God.
What's your go-to from there? Like,
God,
if you go into Big Tesco, what are you grabbing?
It's got to be I'm a chocolate.
A what?
Chocolate.
Oh, I thought you said
I
a
like
type.
strawberries dipping in melted chocolate.
Oh,
And then with
nice.
some Pringles.
Pringles, you're a Pringle
Yeah.
lady. Like
Blue
that.
Pringles.
Blue Pringles. What's blue?
Salt and
ones?
vinegar.
Salt
Salt
and
and
vinegar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top
Okay.
choice.
What about you?
I love sweets. I'm a sweet person. But I found out that my favourite sweet got discontinued.
Which
Do you remember
ones?
Jelly Tots?
They've been discontinued.
They're discontinued because I was like, I really crave these. Crispy on the outside, like just the best thing to snack on.
Sorry, they've ever described as crispy.
Crispy.
Is it Jelly Tots that I'm on about? Maybe
Yeah,
it's
no,
not.
that's what you mean.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Round trees. Is it round trees that make jelly tots?
The square ones.
Like
or are you
the-
thinking of like the round gummy
No,
ones?
They're round, aren't they, jelly tots?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not what I'm on about then.
Oh.
Do you mean this in like actually like
It's
crunchy,
not a jelly.
like on the outside, or do you mean like the sugar ones with the like jelly in the middle?
Fruit pastels.
No.
Okay.
They're not like that consistency. They're like they're like a rounded square and
I
they
can't wait
had
to find
a
this out.
shell, but there were a sweet
Please do your research before the
Yeah.
pod.
jelly tots. Are they
None
not
of
jelly
this
tots?
makes
What
sense.
were they?
Jelly tots have got like sugar on the outside.
They're not discontinued.
Oh, thank God.
It's not them. It's
You know
not
what
them.
is discontinued? That's a chocolate item, as I would know. Caramac.
Never cared for it. Not a caramel fan.
It's gone. Like Caramac, Nestle Caramac is out, discontinued. The
Wow.
only thing I can find now is Cadbury's Caramel.
Was it that popular?
Well, clearly not. But I liked it. Anyway, back to the quickfire.
Yeah.
A wellness habit you swear by. Ooh.
Food prep. Meal prep.
Food prep, meal prep. Cool. Best career advice you've ever received?
So I went for drinks with 2 partners at the company I used to work for, and they said to me, walk in the room, start behaving like a partner before you're a partner, so that you become a partner. And that was literally what they said. They said you have to start being the person you want to be before you are it, and to have
Nice.
that confidence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just remembered the sweet note.
What is it?
Tutti Fruities.
We're just talking about career progression to a partner, but yeah.
Talking about the best career
remember
advice Becca's ever received.
It's
Tutti Frutti.
Do you remember them?
Yeah, no, I
know
do.
what you
I
mean,
know what
yeah.
you mean now by the
They're
shape.
they're
The shape.
discontinued. But
No,
they
I'm
were
still
my
quite
fave.
upset. I wonder who makes those. Roundtree? No, it can't be Roundtree's. Don't know.
So I had to like say that there and then because I thought I'll forget it again. And, like, now I've said jelly
Suddenly
tots.
she's type A.
You know what? It was going to lead so well onto my question as well. Your answer, and I was like, no, I just got to mention the Tutti Fruities. Me?
Yeah, go on.
So anyway, leading on from that, the best advice you've been given is that. What's the advice that you would give to anyone now and to your younger self?
I think I'd say to my younger self, like, be brave enough just to go for what you want.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I started doing that, a lot of really great things started happening. And I think as well, like, if you don't take up space, someone else is going to take up that space.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's not arrogant or too much to just, also as well, saying the things you've done is not too much. You just, but sometimes it feels like when you are more likable if you more palatable if you sort of diminish your achievements, because that's more comfortable for other people, right? I heard this phrase once, like, if you stop people pleasing, people will stop being pleased. And it's like, but that's actually okay. And I just think as well, like, you have to, the braver you are, the more confident you are, the more opportunities you get. And I want to be sat, when I'm like 92 in an old people's home in like a full pink outfit, pink blanket.
Glitter.
Oh yeah, like just
Everything.
always, like my nan would say, I don't brush the back 'cause I can't see it, with her hair.
It's none of my business. Like, it's actually
I
not.
don't care what's going on back there.
And she used to have these bright pink nails on, and I feel like when I'm sat with my sisters or girlfriends in the care home, I want to look back and be like, I've literally had the best career I possibly could have had, and I didn't waste a moment being a bit shy or like regretting it. And a lot of people that I've spoken to have said, I wish I'd said that earlier, I wish I'd done that earlier, because why wouldn't you want the most exciting career you can have? And I think these opportunities now are available if you just like push yourself to just be brave, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you say yes to everything? Every opportunity, not just everything.
I wouldn't say yes to everything, but I do say yes to things that are exciting, and I say yes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I would say the more you say yes to, that it can be tiring sometimes, but I think the more you say yes to, the sooner you can start saying no to stuff once you've got sort of a bigger personal brand or network.
Yeah.
Don't say no to things you actually don't want to do. Are you allowed to swear on this podcast?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We can always beep it. It's fine.
No, so basically someone, a book that I read once said, if it's not a hell yeah, it's a fuck no. And so basically, do the things you're really excited about.
Yeah.
Do the things that you think are going to benefit you. And if you're a bit not sure, just don't.
Yeah.
Life's too short.
You mentioned, this is just for personal use. You mentioned, being brave enough. What tips do you give for actually, because it's easy to say, oh, be brave, go do it. How do you take that leap to just get over that fear of doing it?
Do it scared.
Do it scared.
Yeah. So I did the first public speaking that I did was Birmingham Law Society Alternative Dinner. And
I was there.
Yes, I know you were.
I was there.
So that's the first time I'd spoken to sort of over 100 people, and I was speaking about my journey to winning Solicitor of the Year. And they were asking me about confidence, and I was thinking, well, that's funny because I'm really, really scared. I'd never done any personal speaking, public speaking, and I remember thinking, so I've got to do a 5-minute speech in front of over 100 people. And I thought, you know what, I will regret it if I say no to this, because it was in my capacity as Solicitor of the Year. And I'm not going to be Solicitor of the Year next year. Someone else will get asked. And if I see someone doing it next year and think, oh, they did a great job, and know that I could have done it but just said no because I was too scared, I think I would have always regretted it. And I love the saying, opportunities wouldn't be there if you weren't ready for it. And if you're not ready for it, just go and do it anyway, because I think that, and also as well, like, I think I did a good job. Like,
you did a brilliant job. I had no idea that you were nervous.
Yeah, I was going to say, could you tell that
absolutely
she was nervous?
Not. I can still remember what you said about Peppa Pig World, like everything.
What
about
was
the
said
green
about
dress.
Peppa Pig World?
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to tell?
So one of my first jobs was working, it's called Daddy Pig's Big Tummy Cafe at Peppa Pig World.
Okay.
It's quite the mouthful.
It's a niche.
The pipeline from that to Solicitor.
Okay. Yeah, Peppa Pig World to Solicitor of the Year.
That's going to be
the title.
But I literally, so in my training contract interview, I said to the partners, they asked me, like, when have you built resilience? And I thought, well, I'll tell you for free. Working for a whole summer in the heat in a cafe with kids crying, the ducks in the pond quack the Peppa Pig theme song, and I was managing, doing ice creams, making hot dogs, doing the tills. Like, honestly, I said it for my first car, and then I got out. Like,
goodbye. I'm out of the tummy cafe.
Sure.
Bye, Peppa.
And George.
Don't forget George.
Some of my friends were the mascots, and I was like, I'd rather be walking around in a dinosaur costume than being like the person that deals with all these customers. But I basically used that in my interview, and it was a story that was, it answered the question. And I walked out and I was like, I've literally just done work experience in barristers' chambers, and I've gone in there and been like, I worked at Peppa Pig World. But I think the way exactly. You guys won't believe.
Do you want to see my slay sheet?
Guess what?
No, exactly. But I think that the way I told that story, and having something different to say, and also that's a transferable skills piece. Is that, but a lot of them as well. That I think the partners that interviewed me, they were parents, and I think they'd taken their kids there.
Got it.
And I think they were like, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either.
Yeah. This shows
been on the other side
grit.
of that. Yeah. She's hired on the spot.
So yeah, I spoke about that in my speech, and I just really thought, you know what, one of my goals for this year was to get better at public speaking, and I did some public speaking at Edgbaston Stadium last week, which was really exciting. So a little bit of a LinkedIn expert these days.
Yeah,
so
is that quite demanding? Is that like a full-time job, being so affluent on LinkedIn? Because I don't post at all, and I probably should.
No, because I post when I want to, and I only post things that I want to say.
Yeah.
So I think if you post for the sake of it, it becomes really monotonous. But actually, I just post pictures in my dresses and go, hey guys, this
is me with my outfit.
Yeah, so I just be like, this is what I wore here, this is what I did there. Sometimes I think if you post something that's maybe a bit more opinionated, it can sometimes feel, but you sort of like post it and then throw your phone across the room and go, oh, like,
how's this going to go down? Yeah,
a bit risky.
But often the posts where I've been the most honest have done the best. And so I did a post recently about starting a new job and how that can feel overwhelming when you're learning new stuff, and the engagement on that post was the best I've had for the quarter, and it really did, like, I think it resonated with people. Like, not enough people talk about actually how hard this career is, or starting any job, learning all new stuff, being around new people, and so actually I think sometimes you just got to say what people actually want to hear as well. So no, I don't find it like a full-time job, but also I get excited about it because I get really fun opportunities from being on there. So I actually, when I posted about doing the talking at the stadium, I said at the bottom, I thought, if anyone's got any public speaking opportunities for me, can you let me know? And I got about 3 DMs of really exciting opportunities that I've got coming up as a result of just putting it out there. You know, people can read it and like not care. I think one of the things someone said to me once was, people, you're scrolling through LinkedIn, right? Do you remember the last 3 posts you read?
No. I don't remember the last one.
Exactly.
Never mind 3.
Do you know what I mean? So you don't remember. So I think sometimes you feel like before you press send, you're like, oh God, I don't want to post that because people are going to care. No one cares. No one cares at all. If they care, they might like it. If they really care, they might comment. But if not, they've scrolled past, they don't care. So I think that gives you more freedom to be like, I'm going to post on it. And, you know, I've actually got really amazing friends, people in my network now all over the world from being on LinkedIn that I wouldn't have had access to if I hadn't have just started posting. And I'm an influencer, so just saying.
She's a LinkedIn influencer.
How was speaking at Edgbaston Stadium? Was that?
She does stadiums now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
how
many people were you speaking in front of there? What was that like?
Well, I say stadiums, it was about 50 people, but you know, we'll just go with it.
But it was in the stadium.
Conference room in the stadium.
It was tall.
We can agree to disagree on what the definition of stadium. But you've got to have a good headline, right? No, it was amazing. It was really, I think it was just a really rewarding experience. Like a lot of business owners from Birmingham came to listen to what I had to say, and I think that that's sort of a turning point of like, oh, actually, do you know what I'm talking about now? And people had genuine questions, and it was all about sort of building a personal brand and how you know, company pages don't get the engagement. You know, I've outperformed both firms that I've worked at over this year by between 30 and 75% myself in terms of engagement. So people are connecting with people. It's not, people don't care that, not people don't care, but I think let's face it, people don't care about like a company saying like, oh, we've written this article, we've done this. Like, people just scroll past it. A link to an article and a photo that's got, you know, those like generic photos, they're not people.
The boardroom pictures
or the stock images.
Yeah, that's what I mean, stock images. But whereas if someone says, oh, I've done this achievement, or I've just spoken at this, or I've learnt this from, you know, an event or been to a networking thing, picture of themselves, you're putting a face to a name for people to know who you are. But also that when you're scrolling, usually you'd stop if you see like someone or, you know, a fun picture, and that's also why I think the bright outfit photos actually do really well, because in the sea of like a load of just like, I've written this article, and then you've got, oh, that dress is quite nice.
Yeah, it's different.
It makes people stop the scrolling.
It is more engaging, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I always stop when I see your outfits on LinkedIn. I'm like, what's the best reaction here? Like, is it support, love?
Sometimes I'm in the comments and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, what can I say that's different?
Post, Becca.
Wait, let me put a different emoji to that person.
Insightful high heels.
Yeah, I think like what emojis are acceptable on LinkedIn?
All of them, especially the nails.
I love that. So that was something that I was thinking when I first started to like, you know, post a little bit more. I did think, what emoji can I use?
I always go just with the corporate smile. Do we know?
I like
which
the smile
one's
with
that
the
one?
hearts.
Like she's slightly blushing.
Oh yeah, that was quite cute.
She's like slightly blushing,
No
not
tea.
too much. No tea, definitely no tea.
I really like the one which has got the stars in their eyes.
Oh yeah,
that's
I do
nice
that
one.
like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, I like the nails, and I've just started sending like the hands hearts. Because I think this is kind of cute. And I think as well, LinkedIn is social media. I think it is. You know, I think there's a real transition between you know, it being a very corporate professional social media page, but actually when I've been more sort of, I guess, myself using emojis, you know, saying you know how I'd actually speak, that does way better than I'm really delighted to share. Boring.
Yeah, people resonate with people, like authenticity. I think
they do,
that's what they want. So give the people what they want.
Give the people
more emojis.
More emojis.
Every
more
emoji. All the nails, all the stars.
I actually use the leopard emoji as well loads for
I love
when I'm
that.
talking about leopard print. You know, that's one of my niches.
It's your key style.
Of course, it's so relevant. Yeah, of course.
Right. Well, Becca, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank
it really
you for coming on the
has.
podcast. We've had a great time.
I would encourage everyone to go look at Becca's LinkedIn. And
yes, I agree.
Connect with her. Whether she'll connect back, who knows? She's kind of a
She's
celeb.
an influencer now.
Yeah, she's kind of a celeb.
It'll be under review by my team.
Follow her. Yeah. You can follow her, and I would recommend doing it. It's Becca Horley.
Yeah. It is
spelled. It will be in the title.
Yeah.
So give her a search.
Yeah.
have an Instagram page, Life of
Yeah.
Becca too.
Life of Becca as well. That is
Yeah.
public. Go follow.
Anything else you want to plug?
That's all good.
Slay sheet. Pending.
No templates.
99p, start off cheap
Small markup.
for the first month.
Subscriptions.
Use code Becca.
10% off. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready for the next episode.
Ready? Let's go. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Anything you want to add, Becca?
Thanks
Any
for having
final
me.
thoughts? No
Of
problem.
course. Of course. Anytime.
Anytime
Been
you
a
want to come
pleasure
back,
as
let
always.
us know.
Yeah.
Wear more pink, be brave.
Wear more pink and be brave. Wise words from Becca.
Yeah, wise words.
Yeah. On that note.
Bye, guys.